Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food, it's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to our Food School podcast and our Friday fat loss episodes. Each Friday of Food School podcast for 2019 is going to be dedicated to the science and mastery of fat loss. And it's going to be either me talking, maybe we're going to talk about some study or some new research or some new fancy diet that I've tried, or maybe we will talk to an expert who is an expert at fat loss because he wrote a book on it, or because he is into bodybuilding or fitness modeling, and he has some awesome cutting edge strategies for you guys to use to look your best always. So today we will talk about what would I do if I were to start fat loss journey right now, if health was important for me, if I wanted to lose fat loss in the most efficient and effective way based on all the recent studies, all the recent research, without compromising my health, without compromising my energy levels, my mental and physical performance. Like, what would I do right now? And it's kind of different from what would I do even a year ago. Like, for example, first and foremost, I would focus on sleep. Like, guys, if you're not getting enough sleep on a regular basis, you're not going to be your leaner self. You're not even going to be in a good shape. You're not going to perform well mentally and physically. And you're going to eat more, 300 to 500 calories on average every day. Your hunger hormones, ghrelin, leptin, and other satiety and hunger hormones are going to work against you, meaning they're going to make sure that you're going to eat more. And that's, guys, not a joke. When your hormones decide to store fat, you're going to store that fat. Eating more, moving less, and distributing the fuel so that whenever you eat something, your body will store fat. So really, sleep, guys. If you don't sleep, don't be surprised that you're not losing weight, that you're having troubles maintaining your weight, or that you're always cranky and hungry and hangry. So sleep. I would definitely sleep. Each morning, you should wake up without an alarm, feeling refreshed and ready to go, not feeling like you want to sleep for an hour or more. I used to make this mistake, and it was a struggle to keep myself fit and healthy, meaning I would really feel like I have to think about it consciously, design my food every day to not overeat and eat the right foods and avoid only evil carbs or sugars. And then I would usually binge once a week or once a month, whatever. It doesn't happen anymore. Because I just started sleeping well, and I started nourishing myself through nutrition, and now it's I don't have to make that conscious effort to not eat shit or controlling every single of my meal. I just naturally eat for my lean body, and as long as I sleep well, train well, recover well, and manage my stress well, I just don't overeat, and it's so much easier to stay leaner. It requires no willpower, but sleep, guys. Another thing. Timing. That's the second thing I would really focus on. More and more studies are coming out about our biorhythms, our circadian clock, our internal clock that controls and balances all the processes in our body so they work well together. Because again, our body, our human body, is a very complex machine. There are many systems and processes that has to be aligned and balanced in order for us to function properly and feel our best. And it's also aligned and balanced with the sun cycle. Meaning when the sun is up, your metabolism is more active, your digestion is more active, everything just works differently compared to when the sun is down. So timing of your food. Studies proved that the earlier you finish eating, the better, the easier it's gonna be for you to lose weight and maintain healthy, lean body. So not eating after sunset, that's a thing. That actually scientifically proven thing, guys. And eating as early as possible. For example, now I'm in Siberia and the sun goes down around 3 p.m. So obviously, sometimes I do eat after the sun is down, but my cutoff time for most days is 6 p.m. And for most days, I mean, unless it's once in a blue moon, when there is some celebration or something, that's when I eat late. Usually I eat before 6, and usually I even start when I really want to get leaner without counting anything. I just start eating before 3 p.m. or at 3 p.m. is my cutoff time. And without really doing much more work, I start losing weight and getting leaner and burning more fat. And that just makes sense because your body for the rest of the day till 9 a.m. Next morning, that's when I start eating again, has to find energy, has to burn fat and burn the fuel and distribute the fuel so that you have the energy for whatever you need to do. So intermittent fasting, you don't have to go anything drastic, but if you want to see some progress, eat early before 6 p.m. I usually recommend to people eat in 10 to 8 hour window. That's really proven to be very effective for weight loss and getting leaner. And what's more important, it helps you to control your appetite, and you don't have to exercise your willpower all the time or count all these things. Just, let's say, 3 meals a day in 8-10 hour window, and not eating late, not eating before sleep, not eating after 6 p.m. or at the very least 3 hours before sleep. And you shouldn't be going to sleep later than 11 p.m. regularly, and you should be sleeping on the same schedule, right? So again, sleep and eating and timing of it, those are really two important things that you want to be mastering. So sleep 7 to 9 hours, right, on a good schedule. Before 11 p.m. you need to be in bed, and no screen time an hour before your bedtime. And then also no caffeine before after 3 p.m. to make sure that your sleep is good. And if you're a slow metabolizer like I am, no caffeine after 12 p.m. And then timing of your food, the earlier the better, guys. Don't be sloppy with your meal timing. That really makes a difference. The third thing that I would think about is not removing things, but changing the quality of what you eat. So substituting things. So for example, if you're eating oatmeal with sugar, eat the one without sugar, or throw away oatmeal altogether if you really want to see progress. You can be for or against low carb and higher fat diets, but it works. It works for a lot of people. And when fat loss is a thing for you, it's your goal for now, then you might try it. At least for a while. Nobody says that you have to be that for life or anything, but when fat loss is your goal, maintenance is much easier, guys. So when you're in the process of actually losing and burning fat, try low carb, high fat, okay? And again, concentrate on substituting, on adding to your diet, changing different foods. So instead of yogurt with sugar, eat some non-sugar yogurt with fruits instead. And instead of banana, have some berries in that, because different foods produce different metabolic effects, right? I would add green tea, especially matcha green tea, into my regular routine. I would eat more 100% or closer to that chocolate every day. I would right now I'm eating raw cacao beans. I would definitely eat every day green salad with a couple of spoons of olive oil at least. I would eat fatty fish like sardines or anchovies or herring or wild salmon. I would eat that, and that's what I'm doing right now. I would eat more seared foods, the foods that affect or turn on our lean genes. And if you haven't listened to the episode about those lean foods, fat burning foods, then listen to the episode on Wednesday. I'm also going to post the link to the video about those skinny jeans and fat burning foods in the show notes. So olive oil, seared foods, again, whole foods, concentrate on whole foods. So don't eat a stick of butter if you're on high-fat diet. Instead, eat your avocados or your nuts like walnuts. That also helps you to get leaner, activating your lean genes. I would add multivitamin, good quality multivitamin. I would add fish oil, because most of the people, 95% of the people in US at least, are deficient in omega-3 fats, long-chain omega-3 fats, meaning the omega-3 fats that come from marine sources like wild fish of good quality, or some algae like kelp, for example, or wakame. I'm not sure actually about wakame, but kelp. And well, you gotta look up those seaweed, not that important. But my advice, green salad every day with olive oil. Fish, eggs, I would definitely eat eggs for all the healthy fats and like the whole array of nutrients. Eggs are really a powerhouse of nutrition. I would add dark chocolate without sugar. That's the ideal. That's what I'm using. Or raw cocoa beans. That's what I'm eating. I would eat or consume green tea. Coffee also helps you to burn fat and improve your fat burning metabolism. Seared foods, check back to the episode on Wednesday, Food School podcast. I would add supplements. I would, wherever I can, eat whole foods, not sticks of butter or drinking oil, no matter what kind of oil that is. All the studies, all the nutritionists who do a lot of research on real people say that when you start eating whole foods, not sticks of butter, or maybe except for olive oil, because olive oil is more like juice from oils because it's called processed. Whole foods. When it comes to eliminating things, so number 4, guys, eliminating. I would definitely, for the fat loss phase, not forever, not for life. Don't think you gotta not eat certain things for life. No, but for fat loss stage, or maybe for a few days a week, maybe 5 days a week, you're not eating those things, and then maybe couple of days you're eating them in moderation, of course, not like all out buffet. So grains, dairy, starch like potatoes or pasta or similar things, fruits. Fruits and starch, actually, if you want to eat them like potatoes, for example, or fruits, I would eat them early in the day. After 3 p.m., I would not eat them, or I would eat them around your workouts. If you work out in the morning, then obviously you're gonna eat your fruits and your starch in the morning, and early in the day, combining both. That's where all your carbohydrates, all your fast carbohydrates go into your muscle recovery, your energy recovery after your workouts, not into your fat storage or raising your blood sugar and your insulin. So grains, dairy products, guys, dairy is a very questionable item. I'm not saying that good quality fermented dairy not going to work for you or not working for you, but just for this stage of fat loss, maximizing your fat loss, I would definitely get rid of that. So grains, dairy, starch, fruit around your workouts, no sugars, of course, no added sugars, no honey, no brown sugar, none of that, like no added sugars, that's it. And no vegetable oils like sunflower, safflower, canola oil, soybean oil. Just believe me, stick to extra virgin olive oil, maybe avocado oil, coconut oil, good quality grass-fed butter or ghee for cooking, and use it for cooking, not for eating as food item. Okay, and yeah, and that's it. And the really interesting and again scientifically proven thing about potatoes, about pasta, about starchy foods, right, rice also. If you cook them and then cool them down and then either eat them cold or reheated, then you're gonna increase the amount of resistant starch that your body doesn't digest, that your gut bacteria ferments, and that's basically more fiber, more food that your gut bugs love, more food for your gut bugs, and less calories for you. So if you want to enjoy your rice, your potato, your pasta more often, then at least you should do that. Cook them, cool them down, reheat them, or eat them cold for more fiber and more resistant starch and less calories and less insulin and blood sugar spikes. One day in a week, I would take off all the dieting and all the counting carbs and stuff. I wouldn't eat junk, no, not at all. I wouldn't do any processed food really or junk foods, maybe a little bit if you really, really feel like you need it. But what I would do is I would overload with calories, 3,000, 4 calories, sometimes 5,000 calories in nuts. That's what I would do, or maybe more olive oil or more fatty fish. In a healthy way, overload yourself with calories because your body, your hunger hormones, they need that restart and getting out of that mild stress because of all of your dietary restriction into stress less and recovery mode. So one day a week, I would definitely have a day off from dieting and counting and restricting stuff, but I would not eat junk food either. Again, I would eat healthy foods like nuts and seeds, like olive oil, like fatty fish, maybe on these days some good quality fermented dairy, maybe a little bit more berries or a little bit of fruit that you've been missing, or starch. So good quality foods, one day off all the diets and restrictions. It's really important, guys. I want to stress it out. A lot of people break, especially girls, break their metabolism and their hormonal balance because they're low calorie all the time. Like they're starving their body all the time. And that decreases the quality of your life and your physical and mental performance and your health. Because if you're constantly not giving something to your body, it's going to break. It's going to save energy wherever, whenever possible, and going to compromise some of your health vital functions and gonna not repair some of your vital organs even and cellular mechanism. So one day off when you overload with your calories and nutrition is really, really important, guys. I could not stress it more, really. When it comes to workouts, if your goal is fat loss and health, not some fitness accomplishments, then I would not do more than 2 strengths workout a week for lower body and upper body, or maybe even 1 workout, lower upper body combined. I would do a couple of days when I do more intense cardio, meaning maybe really brisk walk or maybe sprint workout, depends where you are at your fitness level. Just a couple of days a week, guys, for cardio, specifically for cardio. The rest of the time, and on any day of the week, actually, 1 hour of walking, that should be your goal, 1 hour of walking, then maybe 1-2 days strength training, couple of days more intense cardio, then on the rest of the days do yoga, go dancing, walk more, be active. Also, every 30 minutes, you need to do a mini feed break when you do maybe some stretching, maybe a few squats. Don't be sitting the whole day or standing the whole day. You need to change your position according to NASA scientists for maximum bone density, muscle tone, longevity, and health, and good metabolism, fat metabolism, and blood sugar metabolism, and decreased inflammation. So every 30 minutes, do something, move. 1 hour of walking daily, strength workout 1 to 2 times a week, couple of days a week. You can do more intense cardio, and then just be active, do yoga, dance, and but again, 1 hour walking daily. Every 30 minutes you do a break, do strength training at least once a week, a couple of workouts of cardio workouts that are more intense, and yeah, that's it. And that's it, guys. That's how I would start. I would not go into a keto diet or I would not be on any diet. These are the principles that work for everyone. And also, I want you to understand that fat loss stage is not weight maintenance. What you do during fat loss is different from what you do for maintenance. So whenever, when you're losing fat, you're going to restrict more. You're going to have to be more conscious about what you're eating. But ideally, if you do everything right, your hunger should be normal after that fat loss stage, and you should just get back to eating the same foods but a little bit more of them. And that's it. That should be as easy as that. So to recap, guys, again, I would lay the foundation of good quality 7 to 9 hours of sleep on a regular schedule at good times before 11. 11 is cut off the latest. I would definitely pay attention first and foremost to timing and not eating late and having just 3 meals, no snacks, eating maybe in 8 to 10 hour window. That's a good timing. I would add more, especially green salads with olive oil, fatty fish, and omega-3s, your multivitamin, more whole foods compared to butter, stick of butter or coconut oil or some supplements, more whole foods, green tea, dark chocolate, the less, if there is no sugar, that's perfect. That's what I use. I again eat raw cocoa beans. Seared foods, check back to the episode on Wednesday and the link in the show notes for the video on that. I would eliminate for the fat loss stage grains, dairy, any added sugars, any vegetable oils, and I would eat my starch in a smart way, like we talked about, cooking, cooling down, reheating, or eating cold. I would time my starch and fruits around my workouts. One day I would take off all the dieting and increase my nutrition, increase my calories a lot, guys, 2 times, 3 times more, but from healthy whole foods. Workouts, resistance training, weekly for lower and upper body, a couple of times, do some sprinting, do some more intense cardio workouts, walk an hour a day, every 30 minutes, feed break, and then the rest of the time just be active. And that's it, guys. Nothing complicating. You don't need to count much. Just do this, start here and see what happens when you do it consistently. It really works. So try it, do it. Let me know how it worked for you. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Happy Friday, happy fat loss. Tomorrow is going to be our next episode. We're going to be taking days off only on Sundays. So stay tuned tomorrow for our surprise episode. And thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. And as always, till next time, eat better daily.